Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today,
Whoa! I was way in the abyss. You started without me. Awkward high five. All right, I'll continue.
You were taking too long, and I really want to get on with this video about this 2013 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S, brought to you by
Porsche St. Paul. Who else would have inventory like this?
This car. 400 horsepower is great.
325 torques is amazing.
Yep.
And you can go, like with the combined 21 miles per gallon and the 17.7 gallon fuel tank, you can go like my mathematics, about 370 miles of complete smiles.
Look at this guy doing math.
I mean, it's probably wrong. Don't
fact check us. It's semi-factual.
We've been driving this for a little while. Oh my goodness. It is one of the greatest 911s I've ever driven.
So you're gonna see why I love this one, and the reason is because it's naturally aspirated still, because it's a 2013, so it's a 991.1, and you're gonna hear all of it.
Don't get put off by this yellow color, because as you look at it, you are gonna learn to love it.
So this car's for sale, but I thought we were buying it.
Well, not if they get to it first. Okay, this free revving 3.8 liter flat six is the best chef's kiss perfection. Outside of the Metzger era engines, this is it.
I'm just happy you've adopted the chef's kiss.
Oh yeah. It doesn't have the snappy back in the seat.
No.
Craziness, but what it does have is the sport exhaust.
Yep, it does. And guess what? This thing is amazing. Just because, like, it lets you hear it.
The sunroof is not mandatory, but somewhat.
Yeah, it adds a lot of extra noise, which is very nice.
Burbles on the downshifts.
Yep.
This here is the PDK. You got the 2013, so you're inundated with either this kind of finger pushing, PDK shifting, regular shifting. You don't get the paddles unless you get, I think it was called the sport steering wheel, the GT
something
steering
like
wheel,
that.
something. It's not bad. You lose a little bit of that soul that we talk about.
Yep, but I think that's all made up with a sunroof and a sport exhaust.
Aside from the transmission, not the transmission, but just the lack of the connectivity of the paddle shifters or a manual, the steering feel is some of the greatest steering feel I have ever felt. It is as responsive.
Wow, are you trying to make me sick?
As responsive, as level, as feedback happy as you can possibly be. The interior space of a 911, I forgot. It's been a little while since I paid attention to it.
And with a 991, it's pretty big, right?
It is pretty big.
I think you still need to have kids without legs for the back seats, but...
Oh, this is just blowing my mind how well a 991 911 holds up.
Yeah.
We're 10 years old at this point.
Wait, really? 10 years?
Yeah, and it has response like that. I can go around a 90-degree corner. I mean, we're going 30 miles an hour, but just crank it in there, and it just plants itself and goes.
And I want to point out, we've driven quite a few 991s, but we've never driven a 991.1.
I'm going to say, aside, in my recent memory, and I know I'm fanboying because we're in the car right now, but aside from the GT3 Touring, this 911 4S is not only my favorite, but the best handling one that I've driven, and the most, for sure, the most free revving.
Really?
Yes. What do you say? I don't know if I'm going to give it up, but if I happen to, would you like to take it for a spin?
I don't think you're going to give it up, so I guess if I get that
blast. That is just a visceral symphony of sound that, wow!
I'm gonna need you to hand over them keys.
Okay, your turn. I'm excited for you to depress that throttle and just see how free this breathes.
I am too, but we're not gonna do it yet. We gotta milk this experience out.
Your very initial cabin feel compared to your Cayman.
I love it. Why did you tell me to buy a Cayman?
Well, so that you can buy a 911.
I'm just disappointed in you for telling me to buy a Cayman.
We're experiencing all the Porsche feels.
Is that what we're
Yes.
doing? Well, hold on. I love this car.
Is that not just a blast?
Yeah.
I think more than anything, if you're gonna check one box when buying a car, you need to check the sport exhaust.
Yes, 100%.
I really feel like that makes a lot of the experience.
It made the car special there, because it wouldn't have been if it was really muffled, and it still would have been special.
I mean, having 400 horsepower is nice, and it is a lot, but we've driven cars with more than that.
Yeah.
So it's not the, like we said, it's not the snap your head to the back of your seat. It's
No.
the sound with this thing. And having the all-wheel drive, it hooks up.
Yeah, it does. This is a yellow rocket ship.
So now that we're going around some corners, how does the steering feel to you?
Well, let's see. Yeah, it feels nice and tight. I wish there was a little bit more feel, as in like you can feel the grit of the road, but you can feel what the tires are, like the angle really well.
Sure, like a GT3, you feel the pebbles on the road.
Yeah, I like that feeling.
Yeah.
This
but-
doesn't have that, but it has really good steering feel for a 4S.
And assumedly almost zero body roll.
Yeah. Well, this one actually has the sport suspension option, and that's why we don't have any body roll.
All right, so clearly there's a couple buttons you got to push, but like we always like to say, I'm going to tell you exactly why Dave Ramsey's going to tell you to buy this when we do our exit.
Good thing you didn't say it now, because I was driving it in the light.
Oh, this is just a phenomenal experience, and honestly, at the savings that you can get for having a 20,000 mile 10-year-old 911,
It's still CPO'd. You get a 2-year unlimited mile warranty, and this car feels brand new still.
I love the seats are every bit 911 Cayman.
Yep.
I mean, it's very Porsche.
I would say these seats are better than the seats in my Cayman.
The cabin in here feels really not large, but like not constricting.
Yep, and the car itself, on the road, it's a big car because they widened it for the 991. They made it longer for the 991.
And I think that's part of the reason why we get such good road feel.
Yep, but with that, I still don't feel like this is a big car on the road.
No, when you're driving it, I feel like I'm in a smart car.
Yeah. A smart car. Why a smart car?
I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it does not feel as big as the dimensions would make it seem.
Yeah. And you feel completely in control of this car, which obviously you should, but this one just gives so much feedback that you feel that way. Oh.
Honestly, even not really goofing around, the throatiness of that exhaust is amazing.
Well, that's the amount of gas I would have given it to accelerate to the speed limit.
Yep. I love the sunroof. The sunroof on this,
It makes this car so much better because this has an Alcantara sunliner or headrest. The thing on the top.
I think what he's trying to say, folks, is the headliner is Alcantara, which, as you know,
Is his favorite thing.
I miss it in the Macan S. I love it in our Cayenne GTS. I don't want to give this thing up, but I think if we don't give him our final thoughts, we just won't give it up.
Yeah, I'm not bringing this back to the dealership unless I'm forced to get out of this.
All right, well, hopefully you guys see it in an exit, but if not, it just means that it's in our garage.
And you won't get any more videos probably.
You left me back at that stop sign. Man,
Did you have to run while in the abyss?
I did.
Was it as fast as this?
Well, the abyss is a little bit like teleporting, but I mean, enough of that. This 2013 911 4S has 400 horsepower of pure fury, which is released through that
Amazing.
otherworldly sport exhaust.
Yeah. And the PDK in this car makes it, like, I hate to say this because I'm a diehard manual fan to the day I die. But that PDK makes this car really awesome because you just plant that right foot and away you go.
The only thing that I would do different to this is to get the
Paddle
PDK
shifters.
paddle shifted steering wheel. And I think then it's the perfect combination.
And guess what? You can buy one off of, I don't know what website, but you can and put it on this car.
Enough with the one little tiny negative
There's only one.
of this car. Porsche St. Paul continually blows us away with what they have new and used inventory, both on brand for Porsche and off brand.
Because if you remember back to the last car we reviewed from there, it was a Bentley and that blew our minds too. So you gotta always just go in that link in our description and go and browse their website and find what you really want.
Always getting new inventory and always having cool things like this. You talk about the Bentley, this over the Bentley, 1,000 days out of 365.
I'd say the Bentley was
That
a
doesn't
little
make any
bit
sense,
more,
but-
like, it had a different feel. This feels like a sports car. It's
I don't know what else to say. It is just phenomenal. Make sure you go to Porsche St. Paul. Check this thing out. Go buy it. It is not going to last very long.
Shut up before you say it. We didn't get a Dave Ramsey appearance. Yes!
All right, we'll skip it today because you guys just know as well as I do how great of a deal this thing is. Awkward high five. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Go to Porsche St. Paul. Pick up this car or one of the other cars that they have. You will not be disappointed.